If we can put on and take off personas at will, if we are the black pearl and the oyster, who are we really? Exactly, what am I? Who am I? You're after that answer. We're going to start with 23 Scorpio, a rabbit metamorphosed into a nature spirit, a collection of dolls, trees ripped from the ground by a violent storm, a man repairing inlays of precious stones on the Taj Mahal. In twilight, a forest alive with all sorts of creatures, some physical, others denizens from other planes. The stone is Lepidolite, and the spelling will be in the description. It is a lithium-bearing mineral. It soothes emotions, sometimes called grandmother stone or peace stone, due to its calming, nurturing effect. It aids in overcoming emotional and mental dependency. It helps treat addictions of all kinds. It aids in boosting your optimism, balance, encourages independence. So, a couple things going on here. Number one, strong libido, for one thing. Another is taking that libido and transcending it into something higher, into a nature spirit. The bunny is the symbol of overabundance, and we're being asked to channel that in a different way, to pull in the ego and come from a spiritual sense. We're also talking about repairing things. So you could be a repairman if this is strong for you. It's keeping things running. It's keeping things that are beautiful in your life with enduring quality, like antiques that you love but you still use, and keeping them in good condition. When they break or crack, you carefully fix them so that you can preserve their beauty and preserve the quality that you loved from the beginning. So it's a love of historical things. It is a love of fixing things that need to be repaired to keep things going, because keeping things repaired, like replacing inlays of stones that are broken or have fallen out, keeps the connection to God, to the higher source, to your higher source. It keeps those connections open. So it's seeing the everyday repairman as a way of keeping the conduit open, feeling the subtleties of things rather than if they just make sense. Like, why do you have to repair the sink on this day? Well, just follow your gut. If you really feel strongly that it needs to be done on that day, do it. Pipes and water do associate with money. So, if you feel an urge to fix something on a certain day, you should probably just go with it, because something higher is talking to you. It's giving in to subtleties that may not make sense on the surface, but on a spiritual level they do. So, 23 Taurus, the symbols, a jewelry shop filled with the most magnificent jewels. A man and woman reading the inscription at the base of an obelisk. Antique diamonds glittering in a dusty old display case. Inside a tornado, a spiral staircase. A salamander glowing red-orange. The stone is emerald. It is a life-affirming stone. It opens the heart chakra, calms emotions, promotes friendship, peace, and harmony, and domestic bliss by enabling the wearer to both give and receive unconditional love. It aids in bringing wealth, refinement, royalty, good fortune, youth, balance, and foresight. Here we are looking for a certification of personal wealth. We are taking a look at what we have and seeing the diamonds. If they're in a dusty display case, we dust it, because this is where we want to feel good about what we have. This degree is looking for the gold, the jewels within. Here is jewels. And we are the jewelry case. We are the tornado. The tornado is likened here to the ego, where when you're trying to get to the truth of the matter, it's a winding staircase that's going to take you there. So it's not a direct line, and it's remaining calm to do whatever it is that's right in front of you in a way that cannot be shaken. A calm that is so serene that a tornado will not shake you. You are the eye in the storm. You are the calm in the storm. I know that I spoke about this a couple of degrees ago, so I guess we're coming back around to it. But when you are into consciousness, when you wake up and say, okay, I'm going to wake up now, and you start on that road, it is not a straight road. It is a winding road. It is a winding staircase. And your ego is going to put you through all kinds of gyrations and chaos, and it is coming from you. It's going to look like it's coming from your family, your boyfriend, your husband, your mother. It's going to look like it's coming from outside of you, but truly it's coming from within. And it's fear, it's anxiety, it's any kind of negative connotation, any kind of word you want to put like that. It's trying to hang on to something that feels comfortable, even though it is not truly who you are. But in the degree we had yesterday, we were talking about putting on different shoes and wearing different personas, and that's all the ego is. It is a suit of clothing that can be taken on and off, changed at will, but we become so attached to the ego that we think that's what we are. So I remember when I was going through it was the very beginning of my storm, and I thought it was the end, but no, it was the beginning. And everything that I had fell away. My job, I thought I was my job. And then when I couldn't be that lone officer, I didn't know what I was anymore. So it was only a suit of armor. And when you take that off, it feels very vulnerable. And then you try something else on. And this is saying that if whatever you put your mind to, whatever this person puts their mind to, if it is strong in your chart, you have an incredible strength of character. At whatever you decide is important enough for you to put your mind to, it doesn't matter what the next step is, you're going to do it. And if it takes a long time, it takes a long time. And if it's difficult, it doesn't matter. You're going straight through it. A strength of character to keep walking up and down the stairs as many times as it takes to get to the truth. And each time you do, it just brings you to another layer of, okay, I understand this now, what's next? Because there's always something next. Our understanding is many layered, so it's continuing to walk through those layers and staying grounded at the same time amid the chaos that we create, trying to hang on to things. So the less you can hang on to things, the better, to get to the shiny jewels within. So no matter the reaction you get from outside of you, of course there's finesse involved, but you just keep going anyway. You're just a calm in a storm. The more we do that, our unique individuality shines through more purely, more clearly, and it calls us on to keep going. The material side of this is a social confirmation of natural excellence. So you may have the desire for people to notice you with this, and you may or may not get that. At first you may not, and the ego may cause you to show out to try to get attention, and it could backfire, so you want to avoid that. You can meditate on the emerald. The part that speaks to me the most here is it aids in domestic bliss by enabling the wearer to both give and receive unconditional love. So you take it in, you give it out. You take it in, you give it out. There's a balance to it. So there is some finesse here that's required. You know, meditating on the images, these symbols, is helpful. I do that. And then also the stones. This degree is also saying that adopting this type of an attitude, embracing it, you know, not raging because everything is always so difficult. It's like, nope, this is what's important to me, and I am going to see it through no matter how long it takes. Adopting that type of an attitude gives you a timelessness. Whether you're young, you may look mature. Whether you're older, you may have a youthfulness to you. So it's a beautiful quality of timelessness here. And I will leave you with this, with a thought from Scorpio, that if we can put on and take off personas at will, if we are the black pearl in the oyster, who are we really? Exactly, what am I? Who am I? You're after that answer. That's what I have for you today. I thank you so much for being here. Leave me a comment if any of these speak to you strongly, if you have a question, if you've had a dream about these specifically. Otherwise, thank you so very much. Take care till next time.